What's going on, Trader Gang? Good morning. Back at it again with another Sunday morning market breakdown for you guys. Hope everybody had a great trading week last week. So we're gonna break down gold and US30 today. We're gonna look at news. Also, just an update for me, just with my trading. Last week, I had a 100K account. Ended up blowing it by Tuesday, so literally in 2 days. So I didn't trade the whole rest of the week. So we're going to refresh another account this week, whether it's a 50K account or a 100K account, and then we're just going to keep going at it. The goal is to get funded and to stay profitable and get a payout. So that is the goal. So give me 1 second while I refresh this. I want to make sure we're good. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, so I'm a couple minutes late on here, so I apologize. All right, guys. So I will be refreshing a challenge account this week, and we're going to continue moving forward. But let's take a look at news. So I know gold literally took a dump last week, so it literally pushed down heavily. All right, so let's take a look at news real quick. So we've got a new week here. So June 8th through the 14th. So Monday, kind of a clean day there. No real news. We have final whole house inventories, 7 a.m., which I don't think that's going to affect the market at all. Tuesday, we have NFIB Small Business Index, API Weekly Statistical Bulletin, so nothing there. We do have CPI on Wednesday, so that's going to be a big one. Pre-market, obviously. So, I mean, for us, we don't really worry about that too much because we don't trade news. So Thursday, we have PPI. So we got two big news folders. And then Friday, to close it out, we have prelim consumer sentiment. So this is going to be a busy week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So most people would, when they see news like this, it can really jumble up the market. So there are some traders out there that wouldn't even trade this whole week just due to that, just because it's going to be so volatile. So, but you can't go into trades with fear. So you got to just go into it, just look for the right setup, and capitalize off those moves. So let's go ahead and take a look at gold. So this was gold. So this is on a 15-minute time frame. So we'll go to the hour. So we can kind of see here it actually took a huge dip. So we'll go on the daily here. So I had some areas marked up here. So let's see, what was Monday? Monday was the 2nd. So literally, so Monday right here. So Monday we had a huge push up, and then we ended up having a rejection right here on Tuesday, and from there we literally just took a dump. So it literally just pulled to the downside. But this could have been just a minor pullback because, again, remember, we always want to look at the overall trend. So, of course, what does the trend show you? So the trend is still bullish. So the overall trend is still bullish. So if we zoom out a little bit, we can see we still have an uptrend. So with that said, I feel like we could come back up to target these highs right here and then even the overall high. So we'll clear out all these drawings here. So and then just kind of mark it up. So I mean, we do have a little bit of consolidation right here. I'll be honest. So right here is a little bit of consolidation. So because we came up, came down here, so we almost tapped back into this previous area of support right here. So, but I think that we can respect it and continue to go up and target this high right here. So I feel like we can come to target this high right here, and then maybe even this high right here. So these are the two highs that we're looking for. If we do happen to have another dump, then of course, if we break this area right here, then that's gonna kind of create a break of structure, and we could come to target these lows or even these lows here. So, but let's mark this up real quick. So we'll do a quick top-down analysis. So when we look at the weekly, this is the weekly. So this is what I said when I said we have a little bit of consolidation. That's kind of what this is on the higher time frame. So where's my rectangle? There we go. So really all this is consolidation in my mind. So consolidation here, if you guys don't know how to identify consolidation, it's literally little things like this. Anything where you see the market just going flat, up and down, up and down. There's no real volume in the market. So all this is just what we call a top. So just a lot of consolidation. So, all right. So again, let's mark this up. So since we closed up here at 33.46. So just by looking at this, we do have a lot of rejection wicks right here. So even though we are in a bullish trend, this is just giving me just, I guess, bearish vibes, I guess you could say. So like I feel like it could continue to push down before it goes back up. So just because it keeps trying to push the price higher and it just is not able to do it. So not to say that this week we can't refill this and continue to go back up, but just these rejection wicks just don't really look good. So, but like I said, overall, you have to look at the overall trend. So top-down analysis-wise, the daily is still bullish. So we're still going to mark that as that. The weekly. So weekly is bullish, but also I feel like the daily is bullish also. So, because if I were to look at it like this, because since we broke this high right here, so like we're making a higher high and a higher low, so it's still bullish. So daily is bullish. So then we'll go down to the 4-hour as well. So of course, seeing this, we broke this area right here. So of course, the 4-hour. All right. So we have our top-down analysis. So weekly is bullish, daily is bullish, 4-hour is bullish. So let's go back up to the weekly, and we're going to mark up some supply and demand zones. So of course, we're going to first target the high. So we had 35.37. So here we could actually do like weekly is at say 35, 35, just because it's a nice psychological number. I'll do weekly. Okay. Then, of course, we have another area here. We have 3155. So that's another area. Um, so we have these two areas. Another area that we can mark up is probably right. So 2898. So if I do 2900. So I'm just going to keep these three areas right here. So because we can see we have a support level right here, we have a resistance level that it tapped into. So that could very well happen too if we do decide to pull to the downside. So I'll just keep that nice and clean there. We'll go down to the daily here. Same thing, we can mark up some areas here. So of course we do have an area right here. So 34.23. So I'll do more 34.25. This would be a daily. Now we have another level right here. So we're price tapped into. So I'd say more like right here. Because again, we had a support area right here with resistance. So 32.91. So do 32.90. All right, so we have two daily supply and demands and then three weekly supply and demands. So just by looking at this, of course, we can look on the lower time frame, even like on the hour. So if we look over here, we can see price is tapped into this area multiple times. So more than likely, price is, because it is still in a bearish momentum right now. I have a strong feeling we could tap into 32.90 or even go down to around this area. So we can break this area here, and hopefully it'll respect this and continue to go up. So because we can see here, we did go sideways, and then we did have a breakout. So again, remember I told you guys about consolidation. So this was really all consolidation until we had this breakout right here. We had this breakout to the downside. So again, we are tapping into another area of support. So if it doesn't respect this support area, so I'll see about right here. So there's a lot of support right here. So if it's not a strong level of support, which doesn't really look like it is, I mean, it has come up come back down, come up, come back down, broke through it, come back up, came back down, broke through it again. So I guess it is a good level of support, but we have to see if it's going to respect it. Otherwise, it's going to continue to push down. And then, of course, I think we can target these areas here, these lows. So, and then that 31, 51 area. So, but again, I think when we see this, the week will typically start out bearish, and then, of course, we'll push back up to the upside because again, the overall trend, as we saw, is bullish. So I didn't feel this today. That's crazy. I never gave it a background. Okay. So, anyways, that's what I see with gold, guys. So, of course, again, kind of keep our charts clean here. We have some certain areas of interest. That's what we're going to be looking for this week on gold. So again, I think it'll start out bearish. So I think we'll tap into like 32.90 before it goes back up. So if you do want to continue to follow the trend, I'd probably wait till midweek, unless you want to capitalize on a sell to the downside for the time being. So because who knows, we could tap into 31.55 also before it goes back up. So we'll see, just like it kind of happened right here. So, but we just got to see what the market's going to give us. But that's kind of my analysis on gold here. We'll take a look at US30. So what did US30 do? So we'll go on the daily here. So again, it was the second. So we actually, let's see. So the second was right here. So we did have some bullish movement. So right here. So there's this candle right here. Let me clear all these out. So this was Monday. So of course we did have a little pull up. We had a pull down and then pull back up. So same thing with US30. We are in an uptrend right now. So analysis wise, so I'm not sure why this pair it kind of cuts off for some reason. So it's kind of weird because I mean this is US30 micros. So I don't know if I have to maybe choose a different pair, but this is what I've been trading off of. So because this goes all the way back to 2024, which I should be able to see a little bit farther back. But nonetheless, top-down analysis wise, of course, weekly is bullish. And then let's go to the daily. So the daily, we're still bullish also because, of course, we pulled down here, we came up, so we kind of tapped into the same area of resistance. So I'm going to say daily is bullish as well. And then for the 4-hour, so lower time frame, so same thing. So we can see kind of an uptrend here. Sorry, so if you see this, kind of got a nice uptrend here. So I do think that it's going to target, either this high here or this high here. So for this week, because we can see we only made some small moves. So I think we can definitely tap into 42,970 or even 43,142. So we are going to look for buys, in my opinion. So that covers that. So 4-hour. Oops. This big. So 4 hours bullish as well. So it's usually a good sign when we have all three time frames that are all the same. So that's a good sign. So a lot of bullish movement. So we'll go back up to the weekly, and then of course do our top-down analysis, and that's scrunched up real quick. So of course we have our high at 4,600. So which I do think we can tap back into again and make an all-time high. So 46,000. So that's going to be our weekly supply and demand. 46,000. Right. And of course we have a level of support right here. So kind of like this area here. So because we have support, resistance. So we're at 42,643, which is 45. $42,645, and then of course we do have another area right here. We don't need to go all the way down here. So we have one more area here. So this is, yeah, we'll do 60. Okay. So 4,060. All right, 40,060. So there we go. We have our weekly supply and demand zones. Go down to the daily here. See what we see. So it's so weird. I don't know why this breaks up like that. I'm probably gonna have to find another. Probably have to find another pair, I guess you could say. So let's see what they have. So this is for futures. So MY. So this is for minis. So let's see what they have. So this is one I have currently. It's for June. They have MYM September. Or they have this one, YM1. So we could take a look at this one. See what does that show. Oh, way better. Okay, cool. Well, we'll do a quick markup on this one then. We'll kind of just transfer this. So right here we had what? We had weekly is 46,000. Oh, that's crazy. This one is different than this one. Oh, that's crazy. Well, okay. Maybe we'll just change this up then. So we'll move this here. So this will be the high. So the high was 42,809. So, or that's where it left off. My bad. Okay, so the high is 45,192. So we'll do 195. Five, 195. All right, so there's one level. So like I said before, we have another area of support right here that we tapped into. We have 41,843, so we'll do 845. So weekly supply and demand, 41, 845. So marking these up, these are just areas of interest, kind of like key levels, if you will. So this actually looks pretty clean. We'll do one more. So kind of like this area right here is an area of support and resistance right here. Tapped into here twice, kind of like this area. So what was this? This was 4240. So I like that. So the weekly, and 4240. All right. So just clean like that. So, and then, from here, everything was bullish. So, top down analysis wise, weekly was bullish, bullish, wow, bullish. All right. So that's that. Let's go down in the 4 hour. So actually, we have to do the daily. My bad. All right. So what levels do we see for for the daily? So the daily, of course, if we look here to the left, we tapped into an area of support and resistance. So this could definitely be an area for us as well. So because we're already right there. So we'll do a clean 43,000. So, then we have another area here that we tapped into. So let's see, we can probably go a little bit lower. Yeah, kind of like this area here. So this would be 40,869. So we'll do 70 daily slide range 4870. All right. So why I chose this area is because we had an area of support right here, another area of support, support, another area of support. So this is another area as well. So even though we are in an uptrend, if it does decide to pull back, more likely it's going to tap into this area here before going back up. So just try to keep these charts nice and clean so we have some direction. So because again here we did have some bullish movement here. So, and of course we had a rejection here, candle. So of course we could see a pullback possibly down to this area to 41,845 before it goes back up. So essentially it would kind of look like this. So of course we have a pullback to here before we pull back up. So, and then more than likely, we could target again this area here because we do have a level of resistance and support right here. So we could easily tap into this area here, or even if not here. So again, because we have resistance, a little area of support right here. So that is what we could be looking for because we are in an uptrend. So that is good. So, but I think we could pull back a little bit before going back up. So that's what I see on both US30 and gold. So if you guys see, also like gold and US30 kind of move very similar. So that's one thing also. So the only thing that changes is, of course, US30 is US30. So like if gold goes up, sometimes US30 will go down, or vice versa. So because we're trading gold against the US dollar, so it can move in reverse. So, but as far as trends are concerned, we're kind of pushing up right now. So overall, so appreciate you guys popping on. Just wanted to do a morning breakdown for you guys. So definitely follow my journey on IG Nikki Pips. So Nikki underscore Pips. Also, you can follow my trades on there as well. So of course, when we get this new account refreshed, you can see all my trades that I take, good, bad. If you have any questions, you can always leave a comment down below. If you are interested in trading at all, of course, I would love to teach anybody that's interested on the markets, how to read charts, stuff like that. Just kind of show you what you're looking for, very much just like this. Kind of make it simple. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I hope we have a profitable week next week. Because the last month or so has been kind of like crazy, going on tilts, not following my rules. Just falling back into bad habits. Have to break those. So at the point, I'm kind of sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I want to be profitable. So, but it's all on me. I'm the only one that's in my way. So we have to break those chains. So, but hope everybody has a great week. Please do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. I want to continue to grow this channel, and I will see you guys on the charts.